Hello and welcome to another update video about Natgas. Natgas has not really done much since the last update, or at least nothing that would be in any way a game changer or would in any way invalidate any of the patterns we talked about. So we are still stuck in this overall range that we've been tracking actually since the beginning of this year. Still a sideways range. And is it possible a substantial low formed already? Yes, but I haven't seen any convincing 5-wave pattern to the upside. I mean, it can always be that a diagonal pattern is forming, and please understand that based on our analysis, we are very, very close to a long-term low. I mean, this correction, I've been tracking this from the 2022 high. This correction is seen as a 5-wave move down. Yeah, where the third wave likely bottomed here. That was in February this year, and the fourth wave might have topped, or we're dealing with a fourth wave triangle, could get one more low. Alternatively, the substantial low has formed already. I mean, that was my original idea, but we never got that one last low here that on the micro level. I mean, you can always talk about a truncation, you know, but then we haven't seen any impulse to the upside, and pullbacks have been largely impulsive as well. So the movements to the downside. So I still think we could get another low. Is it an absolute prediction? Of course not. And I think if we get a sustained break above the June high, first above the October high, which is located around $3, a little higher than that, $3.02, and then above the June high as well, which is located at 316, I think we could talk about a more substantial upside reversal. And I would then have to think about the possibility that this is actually something like 1-2-1-2 setup. That's definitely possible, but I don't really see any clearly impulsive price action. Or it could be a diagonal pattern, which would make sense given that we have really a lack of impulsive price action. So without any impulse to the upside, or more evidence that we've really bottomed, I think we could get another low. I would probably start to change my view if we get a sustained break above the June high, which again is around $3.16. Until then, I'm tracking the possibility here of a move to the downside in a 5-wave move. 1, 2. Question is, what is this? You know, it moved quite high, so the idea would be maybe this is a third wave, which, yeah, again, if this is also diagonal, would be an ABC, or we're going to form an impulse, then a 4-5. So that is definitely a possibility, but we're only moving sideways at the moment. Yeah, it's not really following through to the downside, I have to say that as well. So definitely keep an open door for higher prices, but the levels are clear. First of all, a break above the October high, then a break above the June high, and if then pullbacks remain correct, if we're forming higher lows, that is when a substantial uptrend could start. I mean, essentially, we're still in an overall bottoming range, I would say, with the possibility of one more low. But please note that most of this decline is likely done. And I mean, I've mentioned that many, many times, I see Natgas in a long-term bottoming area after this correction really has taken a long, long time. I'm talking about the correction from the 2022 high, but it actually started before that. So it is very important to understand that the next rally could be very substantial, and that if we talk about one more low or not, I mean, it's still, you know, we're overall in an area from where long-term upside is expected, but I just haven't got a clear long trade setup here, because I would need a 5-wave move up and a 3-wave move down. Can it go up without that? Of course. I just wouldn't have a clear Elliott wave setup. If you have another edge, a different edge, absolutely use it. But what I'm saying at the moment from an Elliott wave point of view, this isn't very clear on the micro level. But just corrective movements from those lows doesn't mean it couldn't go higher. It absolutely can. It's just not. It just gives us rather unclear probabilities at the moment, yeah. So in the last video, we talked about that we could be dealing here with some kind of a triangle pattern in this wave 4. I've been looking at this now for a while, and then the idea would be, okay, maybe this was the A wave of the D wave in that triangle. This here is the B wave. This here now is the C wave. That would complete wave D. Then we could maybe get another ABC in wave E, and then the last move down. At least that is one possible pathway I'm tracking. This will be invalidated with a break above the October high. Again, just the invalidation of a, let's say, triangle doesn't necessarily make a bullish setup. So we just need to be a little bit flexible here as we're navigating sort of this sideways range. It's just corrective, right? And in corrections, Elliott wave just tells us be on the side of caution. Nothing clearly impulsive there, but the invalidation points are clear, right? So there's a lot of space to the downside there. But as I said, if we get a break above those highs, above October and June highs, then I might call this a diagonal. So maybe a wave 1, wave 2, and then this could be an A, B, and we could be in a C wave up of a third wave, right? And then this would be in that C wave of the third wave. Could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a question how you wanna play this. I mean, from a bullish point of view, the invalidation point would be the October low, located at $2.21. But a diagonal pattern cannot be trusted, right? So yeah, be flexible when the charts. I'm continue to watch for more price data to get a little bit more clarity, but I think the invalidation points should be clear. So I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates about stocks, the S&P 500, please check out the stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.